Yes, dear students, let us study about the PPT 1. I am going to handle the radio communications for third semesters. Today now we will discuss about the PPT 1 and session 1. In PPT 1 session 1, we are going to study the definition of communication, study of communication and different types of communications. This is our PPT, first PPT. So, first definition of communication, and then study of communication and different types of communication. What actually communication? Communication is nothing but the transfer of information from one place to another place. So, any transformation of information from one place to another place is communication. But usually, there are different types of communications. Now, what I am speaking is voice signal. This is also informations to be transmitted from one place to any other place which is situated at a farther distance. So before going to that, let us study what is meant by audio signal. Audio signal. Now you can have frequency ranging from 0 to infinity. From frequency 0 to infinity, let me consider the frequency 0 to 20 hertz. Again from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz and above 20 kilohertz to infinity. Now, frequency means number of vibrations in 1 second. Now, what I am speaking is mechanical signal. So, the speech signal is our mechanical signal. That means it consists of trough, crest, trough, and crest. These are the mechanical signal. Now, when I speak, I am giving energy to the air particles of the medium. When energy is supplied to the air particles of the medium, these air particles acquire the energy and begins to vibrate about its position. And this energy is transferred to the next particle and it begins to vibrate about its position. In this way, the energy is transferred from one particle to another particle in the form of wave. This number of waves in 1 second is called frequency. If the number of waves in 1 second is 20 hertz, or if the number of waves in 1 second is 20 kilohertz, from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, when this energy signal hit the ear, human ear, you can hear the sound. That means the frequency ranging from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz can be audible, can be heard by human ear. This signal is called audio signal. The signal which can be heard or audible from the human ear is called audio frequency. It is ranging from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Now the energy supplied to the air particle is directly proportional to the frequency. Higher the energy supplied, it can travel through a longer distance. If the energy is small, it becomes zero at a shorter distance. Therefore, lesser frequency energy cannot transmit to a longer distance. In order to transmit the signal from one place to another place, farther distance, you require high energy frequency. But our voice signal It is called information signal. Speech, music, etc. are to be transmitted from one place to the another place, which are separated at a farther distance. For this, the frequency ranging from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, that is audible frequency, is not transmitted, cannot be transmitted to a longer distance because the energy is small. It becomes feeble at a shorter distance. Therefore, you need very high frequency signal in order to carry this low frequency signal. Now I will use the frequency more than 20 kilohertz, say from 30 kilohertz to certain 300 megahertz. This very high frequency cannot be heard, but it can travel through any longer distance. Therefore, what we do in communication system, this our low frequency signal is mixed with this high frequency signal. The resulting frequency is high signal. This high signal is transmitted through any longer distance. But the transmitting signal cannot be heard because the resultant frequency is high signal, but it contains the our message signal from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So communication means the process of communicate or transmitting the low frequency message signal from one place to another place by means of high frequency signal. Now, there are different types of communications. What I am speaking is a message signal. Human voice, human speech, music, etc. can be transmitted from one place to another place by means of high frequency communications. That is called radio communications. Sometimes we can also transmit our picture from one place to another place. That is called television communication or telecommunications. In old days, also in some places we have telephone system where we will speak through the telephone and it is transmitted along the length of the wire, and we can receive at other point. Telephone communication system, without the wire you can transmit our voice from one phone to the another phone. That is called mobile communication. Therefore, the different types of communications are radio communications, in which our human voice, speech, music, etc. can be communicate or transmitted from one place to a very farther distance point. Similarly, telecommunications, picture signal can also be transmitted from one place to the another place. And as simply our voice can also be transmitted from one device to another device, known as mobile communications or telecommunication system. Dear students, first, when I speak, it gives energy to the surrounding, and the surrounding particles are vibrating. Thereby, it produces crust and trough, crust and trough. This is our mechanical sound. But we need this mechanical sound to be converted into electrical signal, because we need it to transmit through electrical process from one place to the another place. Therefore, you need a device. This device is called microphone. Microphone is a transducer which is used to convert mechanical signal into corresponding electrical signal. This is called microphone. Then the signal is transmitted. Output of the microphone is electrical signal. This is mechanical signal. At some further distance, this electrical signal is again converted into our mechanical signal, which consists of a series of trough, crest, trough, crest. This is our mechanical signal. This is electrical signal. Therefore, electrical signal is again converted back into our mechanical signal by a transducer or a device known as loudspeaker. Therefore, the first important two devices in communication is conversion of mechanical signal into electrical signal by means of a microphone, and at the receiving station Again, we need to convert this electrical signal into our original voice signal, that is mechanical signal, by means of another device known as loudspeaker. And of course, there are different types of communications. All communication system needs these two devices: one microphone at the point where it is to be transmitted, another loudspeaker at the point where the signal is received. So this is the study of first PPT. Thank you.